Hello everyone, my name is Waylon. I want to talk to you today about genetically modified organisms and why they should be labeled. First of all, I want to ask, what do you know about genetically modified organisms? GMO. About 80% of the produce in a typical supermarket is considered GMO. And I got this information about 4 years ago when I interviewed for a position with Monsanto, the world's largest seed producer. They claim that they're going to end world hunger, and they have these pretty seedless fruits. You know, you can eat the seedless grapes. You don't have to go around spitting out seeds. Pretty food. That's another great benefit of GMO. Although I'm not really here to debate whether it's good or not, I just want to know. I feel that you have the freedom to eat genetically modified foods if you want to. I don't want to, and I would like to see it on my label so that I could make better decisions. How long has GMO been around? It's been around since 1996. That's 16 years. Not much time to figure out anything. It's like this gigantic human experiment going on right now, and you're probably part of it. These seeds are made to be resistant to pesticides. For example, Monsanto owns Roundup. They make these seeds resistant to the herbicides and the pesticides that they make, so you have to buy that after you buy the seeds. Great marketing. They claim to have higher yields and lower cost in production. Probably good things. Now we know just a little bit about GMO. Let us look at the countries that are requiring labeling for such products. Who requires GMO labeling? Every country in the European Union requires GMO labeling. India requires it. Japan requires labeling for GMO, as well as Australia. With all of these countries requiring labeling, I think we maybe should take a closer look at it. Of course, there's lots of studies funded by Monsanto, of course, and these other huge seed companies that say it's safe. Let's look at who's funding these studies. Let's get some independent studies. According to GMOcompass.org, all food and any ingredient that's directly produced by GMO must be labeled. So these other countries are labeling, and we think that it's safe because the studies funded by the companies that produce the seeds say it's safe. I don't trust them. How can I know what the consequences of GMO products are? It's a new product. There are animal studies. If you will look at the GMOcompass.com again, or I'm sorry, GMOcompass.org, and look at the tumors on the rats caused by consuming normal levels, what the FDA consumes normal levels of this Roundup, you will notice how dangerous it is. They're dying a lot faster. The males have about a 50% life expectancy, and females about 70% compared to the ones who don't consume the Roundup. And these seeds can virtually be drenched in the pesticides and herbicides and be fine. So we're obviously absorbing some of that when we eat these GMO products as well. And who cares about genetically modified products? Anyone that's got a chronic ailment would be concerned. We want to be as pure as we can, put simple things into our bodies, pure and organic. I like the idea of eating foods that have been around and survived through normal evolution instead of trying something experimental. There's people that have ethical concerns. You take a DNA from an animal and mix it with a plant and give it to someone, and they don't know. That doesn't seem right to a lot of people. And the GMO companies, such as Monsanto, are recording record profits this year, larger than expected, according to BusinessWeek.com. And finally, you know a little bit about GMO and you want to avoid it. And how can you avoid GMO if it's in 80% of everything? Well, according to non-GMOproject.org, you can just eat raw, organic, and unprocessed foods, but they also have a program where it's labeled. They have a certification program. And as well as farmaid.com has some ideas on there, such as don't buy processed food, eat organic food. That's the two best ways. So let's just concluding here. I just want you to ask yourself, should you have the information to decide whether you want to eat GMO products or not? Should you be willing to pay more? Are you willing to pay more to just eat a food that is evolved naturally? Should Uncle Sam and Monsanto decide what you are eating? Or should you be able to make that choice?